Hey YouTube, how's it going? Just wanted to share a little bit about one of my favorite prepping tools, the Zippo. So these guys, you can pretty much run anything through them. You can use the normal Zippo fluid, you can put gas through them, you could put rubbing alcohol through them, you could put moonshine through them. Basically, if it lights, you could throw it inside one of these guys. Um, I have about half gasoline, half rubbing alcohol inside this thing, and it's only 70% rubbing alcohol, and still, I mean, it it works. So yeah, I love them. If you know you all you have is gasoline inside one of your vehicles, if you come across a vehicle somewhere and you need a fire, I mean, it's pretty easy to get gas out of them and just drop it inside one of these guys, and you're good to go for quite a while. Um, Unlike normal lighters, like Bic lighters that have to use butane, which is compressed in a can, when it runs out, well, you're kind of screwed. So, yeah, love these guys. Only problem is, over a while, if you're out and it's, really rainy outside, you're out camping or something, over time the water will kind of seep down and through the seal here. I mean, it's basically just metal on metal, so it's not too tight. I mean, most good Zippos, it'll be tight enough to where, you drop it in a puddle of water. You can just pick it up and it'll be fine. But with long-term exposures, you're going to end up getting water seeping down into your fuel, and it won't even light for you. So basically what I did was I started messing around trying to find a way to fix that. I took one of the thin bike tubes, one that had a hole in it and wasn't good anymore, and I cut it just a little bit longer than the Zippo, straight across, and stretched it up on it. This is kind of the hardest part, get it on the first time. And I basically ended up with this. Basically all you do, you take the Zippo, put your thumbs up on this top part here, and you just roll it down, like so. You can see it rolling nicely. Just keep it going, go down past where you open it up. There you go. Another problem with Zippos is the gas inside can evaporate. And that's not too bad of a problem, but over time it'll end up leaking out through the cracks in the seal, since there isn't that great of a seal on Zippos because it's only metal against metal. And basically it'll just dry up and it won't work anymore. And I mean, yeah, you can just refill it, but I mean, I've been using gas inside this thing, gasoline, a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and basically it'll dry up after just a couple days, about 4 or 5 days. And since I've had the seal on it, it hasn't dried up at all. I've had this for about a month. I filled it up, and it's still going. I mean, it's starting to get low because I've been using it a lot, but it's not drying up. So that fixes the problem of the gas running out. Okay, so let's say you're out, it's pouring rain, water's soaked through your pockets. It's not going to be, 5-minute exposure. It's going to be a lot longer than that. Or let's say you walk in through a lake or something, you got to wade in, or you got to cross a river. So I'm going to throw this in a bowl of water. We're going to see what will happen. I'll give it a good 10-15 minutes. Hopefully it'll still light. Alright, I got a little bit distracted. It's actually been a little over half an hour, so we'll see how it held up. After dropping it in, I noticed that there were some air bubbles on it and around in here, so I messed around with it a little bit, tried to get all the air bubbles out and give it a good chance at water seeping through. So, moment of truth. slippery. Dry my finger. There we go. And now we'll throw it in for another maybe 10 minutes without it. See how long it'll last. Alright, it's been about 15 minutes. Let's see if it'll work. A little bit of water's coming out. Nothing. So there you have it. Zippo, bike tire tube, waterproof.